I think we've always got to be very careful about the words we use to be as clear as possible, as precise as possible. And sometimes when we talk about how God has given us his word in Scripture, we're not as clear as we could be. So often people talk about Scriptures being inspired. That's great, it's true. But let's remember the word inspired is used in lots of different ways. People talk about Mozart as a musician or a famous artist being inspired. And we need to make sure that people understand we're not saying that God just gave his thoughts and ideas to writers of Scripture, but that God actually gave particular words. So that's where it's important for us to say God breathed words, God spoke words, and the word inspire wouldn't be as precise. Another example could be where we might say that God gave the text of Scripture, but the word text has more than one meaning. A text nowadays can be a physical thing. You can say this text weighs 10 grams, or text can be a set of words. And what we're really saying is God gave the words of Scripture. The leather and the papyrus that people wrote on doesn't matter. People talk as if, that does matter, but God isn't giving the leather, he's giving the words, and the words are simply written down onto that material. So I think it's important for us to be clear about what we're saying, and that is that God is a God who speaks, and God's a God who has graciously given us a lot of his speech in writing, in Scripture, for the church and for the world to understand who he is.